radioactive decay. So, in earlier videos we discussed about radioactivity means the spontaneous disintegration of any nuclei is called as radioactivity. The activity means the disintegration of at an atom which is having the nucleus is called the disintegration of nucleus is called as radioactivity. In that case, whenever the nuclei disintegrates, when the nuclei disintegrate, then some of the particles are emitted from the nuclei. Means the emission of some of the particles like alpha, beta, gamma particles from the nuclei is considered as a radioactive decay. Radioactive decay means by emitting the some of the radioactive materials that can be ionized the surface surroundings or that cannot ionize whenever they penetrate the particles which are emitted from the nuclei can be created the radiation through this. Then when the radioactive substances is spontaneously disintegrates, the disintegration is called as a decay. So, the radioactive nucleus we know that it is a unstable, it is already every time that will be the radioactive substances will be in a unstable state, it means excited state, then which are emitted some of alpha, beta, gamma radiations because of to become the stable state. To come to stable state, they emit some of the radiations, those are the alpha, beta, gamma radiations. By emitting them, the original nucleus which is the radioactive substance which is having the original nucleus is a parent nucleus that can be changed into the daughter nucleus, means newer nucleus is called a daughter nucleus. Already we discussed about that is a mx be the parent nucleus and mass of parent nucleus that will be, and my be the daughter nucleus, mass of daughter nucleus, and mr be the radiation, mass of the radiated material, that can be shown. And whenever the parent nucleus disintegrates and it will comes into the daughter nucleus with the radiation, some of the radiation also emitted from that nuclei, and as well as with the some energy also radiated. Already we have the formula for that one, that mx c square is equal to my c square plus mr c square plus q. So to find out the radiation, that is energy, that is q is equal to mx minus my minus mr into c square. From this formula we can find out the energy, how much the radiation is, how much energy is emitted from the radioactive substance. So here the daughter nucleus may be stable or comes to stable, or it is still for the say radioactive material, and it may further disintegrates to become the greater stable. So that here the process continues till it comes to the stable nucleus, like a lead is formed. L is that atomic number is 82. So the decay process by emptying the some of the electrons, protons, neutrons from the nuclei, that can be three types of decays can be possible. First of all, what is if in case of through the disintegration process, if the nuclei is disintegrated, then how can we get the idea about the how can we identify that alpha, beta, gamma radiations? Means by whenever some of the lead material, if we take in that, this is the lead material, that lead material can absorb the all type of radiations. So that lead which is taken a radioactive substance, that is radium which is put in the lead at one side will be the open. When the radium is spontaneously disintegrates, whenever the electric field applied is a positive charge and it will be the negative charge. Plates are there. Whenever the nuclei disintegrates, the sum of the electrons, protons and neutrons are emitted from the nuclei. Means electron is having negative charge, proton is having positive charge, neutral is a neutral charged particle. So that's why here whenever the emitted particles are reached to the positive plate, then it can be said that these are the negative charged particles. That negative charged particles is a beta particles or that will be beta rays are emitted. Beta rays are emitted, which is the particles are reached to the positive plate whenever the electric field applied. The arrows which is shown into the positive plate side, then those are the beta rays, means by emitting the electrons are reached to the positive plates, and those are the reached to the negative plate, means having that positive charges will attracts by the negative charge. So that's why here the protons are emitted. These are the protons, these are electrons, and protons are emitted. So that's why it can be said as alpha rays. We know that whenever the electrons from two electrons are removed from an helium atom, then the helium nucleus is considered as alpha particles. The nuclei of helium atom is considered called as alpha particles. So these are the alpha rays and these are the beta rays, which are not moving to any either sides of a field, which is moving straightly without any moving towards any. Those are the uncharged particles called gamma rays or gamma particles, means which are the particles are moving towards the positive place whenever the electric field applied, then those are the beta rays, and the whenever the particles reach to the negative plate of the electric field, then those are the alpha rays, because of alpha rays having the positive charge and beta rays having the negative charge. And the particles, the arrows which is shown straightly, they are not moving either side. So that's why those are the uncharged particles called neutrons are emitted from that. Those neutrons are called gamma rays. Gamma rays energy will be, that can be said as that is photons. So that here neutrons can be emitted. By doing this type of simplification again and again, by doing the number of experiments on that, then it can be classified that whenever the field is applied, we can get the easily. If in case of magnetic field applied also, we can get the same idea. If in case of same lead which has taken, the radium has taken, whenever it is lead, then it explodes, then we can say that whenever it starts to that, it is alpha rays, and whenever this is moved towards this one, this will be beta rays, and whenever they are moved along a straight, then those are the gamma rays, which cannot be attracted by the positive or negative, because of those are the neutral charges, uncharged particles. So that's why they do not attracted or repulsed by the any charge. So ionization power is low and penetration power is more. So these are the to identify the alpha, beta, gamma rays. So